Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I took off last week and it was a much needed reset. It was a big week too. I have family in from Ireland staying with us, so lots of family activities. And my brother and sister in law welcomed their second baby boy into the world. So I have a new nephew to love and to spoil. And our elf Pippi came back too, so the Christmas magic in our house began. I also took time to look back on this year, to look at what I've accomplished, and to be so grateful for all the things I have truly been blessed with. When you look back on your year, it's really easy for your mind to go to all the negative things, the things that didn't go to plan, or the things that made you sad or angry. But if I've learned anything in this life, it's that everything happens for a reason. And the reason may not be clear in the moment or even this year, but if you stop to think about it and look at the events that transpired because of that one event, you may see that those things needed to happen to get you to where you are today. And if you're not happy with where you are today, then maybe you are still going through the thing that's supposed to put you on that right path. Or maybe you need to really take this episode to heart and do the steps I'm going to share so that you can get yourself ready and on the right track to start 2024 off on the right foot. This podcast is all about tips to help you manage your time, build routines, get better and healthier habits in place in all aspects of your life, and to help you work on your mindset and your perspective with all the different things that life throws at you. And all of those things take time. And I'm sure if I took a poll of all of my listeners, 9 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10 of you would say that you don't have time. But that's the thing. If you're ever going to make changes in your life, if you're ever going to really get control of your schedules, get healthy habits in place, reach the goals, or thinking bigger, reach those dreams in your life, you have to take the time up front to set yourself up for success. A little investment of your time every week pays dividends. If you take the time to plan your week, you are more likely to stick to a schedule. If you take the time to reflect on your year and see where things went right or where you could have made better choices, you have a better chance to not make the same mistakes next year. So I strongly encourage you to take the time to do the work, to reflect, and to plan. And if you need help with that process to create time and space for your week to work on your goals, then book a session with me. Stop with the excuses that you don't have time. You do have time. And I can help you find it and to get healthier habits in place to clear that time each day and each week to help you achieve your goals, no matter how big they are. Invest in yourself. And it's the best investment you can ever make for yourself. My single sessions right now are 25% off for the month of December. I'm trying to help as many mamas out as I can this month so you can start 2024 off on the right foot. Sessions are limited, so book yours today. I also opened up a few discovery spots. So for those of you that are on the fence, they're just 5-minute calls where we can chat through whatever you're struggling with and see if you're a good fit with zero commitment. You could check out my website at momwifecareerlife.com or check out the show notes for the link. I also created a fun freebie for you all. It's a Christmas gift planning guide that will help save you time and money this season. It's filled with tips and templates to help you plan, keep track of, and budget all of your gifts and activities. And I added a bonus. Included is a Christmas activity bucket list with fun ideas for you and your family this holiday season. To get your copy, you can click the Get My Free Guide link in my show notes or just DM me Happy Holidays on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. We have a little over 4 weeks left of 2023. It's weird because I feel like this year flew by, but yet last Christmas seems like a lifetime ago. But time is what you make of it. We may only have 4 weeks left of this year, but a lot can happen in those 4 weeks. You can make some serious changes in 4 weeks. But if you're like most people, you give up in December and you just have it in your head that you'll start fresh in January. And that's okay too. The holidays get busy, you have added commitments, you have to fit in shopping. And if you're anything like me, you're trying to squeeze in everything Christmas as you can. If you snagged my free Christmas gift planning guide, the last page is a bonus with tons of Christmas activities and ideas, which are all things I do with my family. So finding the time to work on goals gets even harder this month. But if you truly want to hit the ground running in January, you do need to take some time in the next 4 weeks to reflect on this year. See what worked for you, what didn't work, what you want to change, what you can do differently to really make the most out of 2024. So today I'm sharing my tips to help you do just that. Number one, assess your goals. If you wrote down your goals for the year, pull them out. If you didn't actually write them down, but they are still somewhere in your head, take a minute to think back and write them down. Go through each goal, assess them just like you would do at work. Did you meet the goal? If you didn't meet it, did you make any progress towards it? Number two, do a self review. While you are looking at these goals, take time to do a self review. If you didn't achieve a goal, really think of why you didn't. Were you not disciplined enough? Did something happen that prevented you from achieving it? And don't always look at it as a negative thing. I had declutter and refinishing a section of my basement on my goals for this year, but instead of doing that, started a podcast. That's a pretty good reason to have not gotten my basement done. Maybe you ended up doing something that wasn't on your list that took up the time that you would have spent on that other goal. But at the same time, if it was something like eating healthier or lose a certain amount of weight, really just be honest with yourself. Why didn't you exercise or eat healthier? If it was just that you weren't disciplined enough, then highlight that point, and it needs to be something you really focus on next year. Number three, do a photo album review. I love doing this because I really have a terrible memory. If you have a hard time remembering your year, what went well, or where you need to focus next year, go through the pictures on your phone to help you remember. It's like a visual year in review. We typically take pictures of all the good things, but maybe you'll see pictures of a mini vacation you went on with your family and had such a good time that you want to make sure that you put that on your must do list for next year. Or maybe you took a screenshot of something you wanted to try or an outfit you really wanted to fit in. Whatever it is, looking back at your pictures can really spark emotions, and that can help you with the whole reflection process. Number four, get out that journal and journal it. After you do a self review and you look through your pictures, write down how you feel about the year. Journaling really helps you get your thoughts in order and can even help you work through whatever struggles or challenges you came up with. It's also a way for you to be completely honest with yourself. The only one holding you back in this world is you. So, this is a really important step. Number five, meditate. You could do this before or after journaling. You can even do this before and after journaling. Doing it before can really help you internalize and work through all those emotions, especially if you can't pinpoint the why you didn't reach a particular goal. But meditating after also helps you work through whatever you came up with while you were journaling. Basically, you can't meditate or journal enough. Number six, practice gratitude. This is a reoccurring theme, ladies. So, as you're going through your year, even if it didn't go as planned, take time to be grateful for all the little things that went well, no matter how small they are. There's always something to be grateful for, even for the lesson that that not so good thing that happened to you may have taught you. Number seven, celebrate your achievements. Take time to celebrate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back for the things you did achieve this year, even if it's that you were able to remain patient with your kids, which was a huge accomplishment for me this year. But seriously, even if you feel you had a terrible year, celebrate the fact that you made it through it to the other side. And going through this process of reflecting will help you be more prepared to have a better year next year. Number eight, give yourself grace. Throughout this entire process, I cannot stress enough to give yourself grace. Life throws curveballs all the time, and we always start the year off with the best intentions, with these big goals, but things happen, life happens, and we get thrown off track. Don't beat yourself up for not achieving what you wanted to achieve. Just go through the steps we just went through, figure out where things went wrong, what you can learn from it, and what you can do better next year. Once you go through this process, you'll be all set to really work on your goals for next year. And hopefully, you were able to find little moments of joy as you reflect. So, those are my tips to help you reflect on 2023. And I really hope that you take the time in the next couple of weeks to really reflect on your year so that you can hit the ground running in 2024. I would love to hear what tips you found helpful in today's episode. Head on over to our free Facebook community and tell me all about it. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Platt. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it in your Instagram stories, and tag me, and let them know they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there is a topic you would like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join our new Facebook community. Sending you love and light until next time on the Mom Wife Career Life podcast with Kerri Platt.